Hi, I'm Raquel from Fangirlish. I'm talking with Leverage Reduction Cast. Hi.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Well, my first question is, your character has been through very emotional, complicated situations. Do you think that unites them in a special way? For the two of you.
Oh, for the two of us, who would you like? I'll speak. I think that, that Sophie's been through a big change, but I think all the characters have been through a big change. And I think what I love about the opening of the season is that all happens kind of accidentally. They're really just set out to do this one heist. It's an adrenaline rush. They want to give Sophie a little bit of a boost. And I love the way everything comes together accidentally. They come across this this baddie. They come across this person who's going to be a real asset to their team, but also he's on a journey, and Sophie recognizes that he's on a journey. And yeah, I think it's a really good sort of launch pad into the season, actually.
Okay. Now, your turn.
My character is definitely at a bit of a crossroads when we meet him. He's at a crisis of conscience that could end up him committing suicide or basically throwing a bomb onto his life to start fresh, and he chooses the latter. He basically decides he's going to try to undo all the harm that he's inadvertently had a hand in, or maybe unconsciously had a hand in, or maybe just sort of myopically didn't see that he was having a hand in. So when we meet him, he's just desperate to do good, and he doesn't know how to do good. And he meets a group of people that do good vocationally and teach him that doing good isn't just one act and then an act of contrition clears your conscience. It's a process. Redemption is a road that you have to walk and a lifestyle that you have to embody, and it permeates every aspect of your character. It doesn't necessarily mean that you are completely moral all the time or ethical all the time. You find your own calibration for that, but right and wrong suddenly have become repolarized in my character's mind, and thanks to these people.
Okay, well, what is your favorite episode of the season? The two of you again.
Oh, sorry, I didn't catch
favorite.
Oh, favorite episode
favorite episode. Favorite episode of the season.
Favorite episode. So for me, I mean, I love, as I just said, I love the opening episode because I think it sets it up really, really well. And we meet all the characters and we kind of catch up and reconnect with them. And I think they did a great job. But for me, I love doing the physical comedy in the show. That's my happy place. So all the episodes where I get to be really silly and goofy and do a funny walk and do a funny accent. And there's one episode that we did called the Paranormal Activity Job. And the existing fans will know that it's a girls episode. We are going to have a girls episode and a boys episode again this season. I hope I haven't said anything I'm not supposed to say, Noah. I don't know, but the girls that get involved in this sort of paranormal heist, and Sophie gets to play. I got to play a lot of Southern accents, which I really, really enjoyed, and I get to do play really an extreme comedic character. That's always my kind of happy spot when I get to do that stuff.
Okay. Well, your favorite episode, no?
I enjoyed shooting the pilot. I think, pilots are kind of, it's not a pilot for this show, it's a pilot for the new incarnation of this show. Those are always fun because they're beginnings and everybody's sort of doing everything for the first time and finding their footing. And it was directed by Dean Devlin, who's our executive producer, who really kind of was the general that landed this army on the beach to wage a campaign during a pandemic that everybody thought was going to be foolhardy and costly. And his generalship was really impressive to watch. The way that he began this process of trying to bring these jobs back to people who had been out of work for almost a year was really amazing. And suddenly I went to work every day with a different appreciation for work. It wasn't just the content of what we were doing, but it was the 250 to 300 jobs that we were giving people to feed their families during a really difficult time. So that being part of that experience was what I would say was my favorite for sure.
Okay, can't wait for Leverage Redemption in July 9. Thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.
Bye.
Thank you.